Yo guys, Ultra Rapid Fire with y'all back here on my LP Mega Man X3 series, and today we're going to be picking up from where we left off. Last time we had did the intro level and had beaten the intro boss, and now today we're going to be breaking down for y'all the 8 Mavericks like we always do, as well as taking on our first Maverick. If we have time, we might fit a second one, and if we don't, then we'll go ahead and do the next one on our next video. Otherwise, that's what we'll be doing here today. So, before we start, guys, it's good to be back once again here. You guys might find me very odd for saying this so many times, but I just, love coming back here. I make it all that much special because of the fact that X is like probably one of my favorite games. So yeah, and I've always wanted to record it when I was younger, and was sorry to the fact that I didn't get a chance to. But here I am now. I mean, so regardless or not, I still get to record it and post it. So hey, I'm happy either way. What can I say? I'm a kid at heart, I guess. Anyway, though, guys, this is also going to be another run for 50 subs video as well. So yeah, we're just trying to hit that 50 mark, guys. And I like to thank my the supporters I already have, for sticking around. Like I said before in my last couple of videos, that you guys have been such loyal fans, pretty much. You guys were there when when my channel was down, and supported me through it all. So you guys, I can't thank you enough for that. Anyway, though, let's go ahead and start our my LP Mega Man X3. And like I said, we're going to do the 8 Maverick breakdown, and then we're going to go ahead and start our first Maverick battle. Alright, we've seen all this, so we don't need to see it again. Alright, let's continue from where we left off. Alright, yes, no weapons, no armor, no tanks, no right armors. And by the way, to let you guys know, there are right armors in here. If I didn't mention it in my starting video. I think I did, so I don't think I have to remind you guys about that. Password, Zero's face it shows for Zero's face this time instead of showing Zero with the thumbs up. So they changed that up a little bit. Anyway, though, guys, we're going to go ahead and give you guys the breakdown on the 8 Mavericks. And we're going to start with left to right, and then we'll do the same with the second row. First up, Blast Hornet. Blast Hornet will be flying around the top of the screen most of the time during his match. He will often extend his large sting tail and will charge down at you. He will also often fire out several B-type projectiles that will stick to you and cause damage if they hit you. So that's about all I can say for him. That's all I got to say about him. But here's my opinion about him. He's a pussy. He sucks. All right, moving on. Next up, we have Blizzard Buffalo. And this guy can sometimes be a pain in the ass. He'll begin by charging at you. He'll also do it often. If he makes his horns glow gold, and then run for your fucking life, because this guy will grab a hold of you and just ram you right into the wall, and it causes some serious damage. Also, he will also often fire out 3 ice projectiles that will become large ice shards when they hit the ground. And The strategy of that is you're gonna want to stand like as close as you can to him. That way, all the shards are like close to him, and it gives you a chance to dash real quickly to the left or right side of the room, depending on which side you are on. And then it also gives you the chance to hit him with a charged X-Buster shot as well. Also, if you see him charging up his body, run like hell, because he shoots out this gigantic ice beam, depending on which side of the screen you are on. It won't do no damage, but here's the real bitch about it. It freezes you right in your, right in your position, right where you're at. And on top of that, he charges you to cause damage while you're frozen. So, and his weakness is parasitic bomb. Parasitic bomb. God, I have a hard time pronouncing that word. Next up will be I think it's Gravity Beetle, right? Yeah, Gravity Beetle. Gravity Beetle will be jumping around often during his battle. He will also often fire out 2 energy balls that will bounce around the room. So that's sort of a pain in the ass. You gotta try to dodge them, because they cause huge damage. All this guy's attacks are fucking huge, cause huge damage. So yeah, you want to be careful. You really want to be careful, Gravity Beetle. His weakness is the Ray Slasher. I think he also creates what else does he do? He likes to glow and okay, so he likes to glow and charge you as well. That's right. He likes to glow and charge. He likes to glow and charge towards you into the wall. He also, when he gets down to half-life, he also creates a vortex. And you got to be careful not to get caught into it, because if you do, it causes steady damage as well, and he's a real pain in the ass. When it gets to that part of the battle. Next up, it's going to be Toxic Seahorse, I believe. And Toxic Seahorse will be jumping around often during his battle. He will begin by jumping towards you. By the way, just to give you guys a little tip so you guys know to react right away. He will then fire a small acid bubble that will bounce around the room, dropping small bubbles, and will eventually burst when it reaches the roof. He will also sometimes glow and melt into the ground, so you want to be careful of that. So that's basically one of the moves you see in his little intro video, shows one of his abilities that he'll pull on you, which is melting through the floor, like he does. And he will, and to top it off, he'll also he will then reappear in a different position. So you want to be careful of that. And his weakness is the Frost Shield. And when he gets to about half life, he will begin to fire out 3 acid bubbles that will explode and cover a larger range. So yeah, you want to be careful. You really want to be careful of that too, because that probably causes. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it causes heavy damage as well. Next up on our list is Volt Catfish. Volt Catfish will begin by charging towards you. He will bounce to one end of the room and will fire off an electric ball to the other end of the room. He will also sometimes fire out 3 electric balls and then fire out 3 more that will grab the first 3 and draw them back into him. So you want to be careful of that. He will then fire out 2 electric bolts above him. And when he gets down to half-life, if I'm not mistaken, I'm trying to remember what he does when he gets down to half-life, because I know each one of these Mavericks do something when they get down to half-life. I'm trying to remember, though. I'm trying to think so I remember all this. Um, okay, here we go. Yeah, I remember now. When his health is down to about half, he will jump to the center of the stage, scream, and call down large electric bolts that will cause him to begin charging with electricity. He will then fire out small sparks, which will increase damage if they hit you. He will then charge to one end of the room and repeat the process as he jumps back to the center of the room. So you want to be careful when he gets down to half-life, because he can really be dangerous when that happens. Next up, I believe is Crushed Crawfish, right? Yeah. Crushed Crawfish will be consistently trying to grab you during his battle. He will begin by charging at you, so you want to be careful of that. If he grabs you, he'll cause continuous damage with his claw until he lets go. So you want to really be careful of that first leap he makes there in the beginning. He will also often fire off one of his claws to try and hit you with, and you can climb up. You want to climb up one of the walls and jump over that to avoid that, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. He'll also fire off 2 small projectiles that will cause you to fall down if they hit you. So you definitely want to be able to be ready to dodge those as well. Now let me try to remember what happens when if he does anything when he his weakness is Triad Thunder, by the way, just so you guys know. And he doesn't do anything. That's right, he doesn't do anything when he's down to half damage. I think he's the only Maverick that doesn't. So next is Rush Rhino. Good old Rush Rhino. God, I don't like this guy too much. Tunnel Rhino will be obsessed with charging towards you all the time during his battle. He will begin by charging at you and will slam into the wall. He will then turn around and repeat the same for the other wall. He will also stop and fire out 3 large drills that will slowly fly forward into the wall. He will also sometimes fire 1 drill from his gun and 2 from his shoulders to the what happens when he okay, and once his health is about half gone, he will begin to charge across the room glowing and will be invincible until he stops glowing. So you want to just keep basically shooting him when that happens, with his weakness, which is Acid Burst. So yeah, because he'll just keep on running into the drops that shoots out. And our last and not least Maverick is Neon Tiger. And Neon Tiger will be moving around often during his battle. He will begin by firing out several energy balls from his tail. He will also often slash at you with his claws. If you get too close, he will occasionally jump up one of the walls and fire off energy beams from there as well. And I'm trying to remember what happens when he's down to half-life. Okay, he doesn't do anything either, so he's the second Maverick. So there's only 2 Mavericks that don't do something when their lives are half down. So yeah. If you guys have enjoyed this, make sure to leave a like, a comment below, and of course subscribe to keep up with all my stuff here at Gaming HD Tactics. This has been Rapid Fire. Hope to see you guys on the next one. Till then, guys, take it easy. Adios.